intro videos. Hey, we're live.
We're live.
Welcome everyone. Here is what we're doing. As always, once a month-ish, we are doing the drink along. I almost said re-entry buzz. But welcome to the drink along. This is technically a September drink along. But hey, feel free to chime in on the chat. It's saying no one's here so far, but that's okay. But yeah, feel free to hit us up on the chat and let us know what you're entry buzzing on, everyone. Yeah, we're drinking today on this technically September drink along because we will be doing another one at the end of the month since we didn't do one last month. This one we are drinking Old Forester Kentucky straight rye whiskey, single barrel strength. This is a 129.8 proof. From the Warehouse I, floor 3. And this was attained by our very own Brian Rapp. Any story behind this one?
I guess I can give a shout out here to my buddy Moo.
Nice.
I will call him Moo. He just sent out a tip. Hey, there's this website, some place in California that had them, and they were like $80 each or something.
Nice.
So I grabbed 2 for a drink along.
No, that's dope.
Yeah.
And what are you entry buzzing on, good sir?
Yes. Sticking with the Brown-Forman barrel strength rise. I've got the one that started it all.
Idea. Yeah.
So I'm drinking the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye as my entry buzz, but also in addition to that, as a tag along sidecar to the main event here, I've got a different Old Forester barrel strength rye. This one's a K7, Warehouse K. Nice. Floor 7. So we'll see if there's any differences.
Nice. We got Miles and Max in the house. What up, boys?
Nice. Yo.
Glenn Goyd. What was I thinking? I also kept in the Brown-Forman family, but kept in the bourbon family to keep with Old Forester.
Nice.
I got a 1920 Prohibition style. That's the 115 proofer for those who don't remember.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, Miles Ferguson's doing a dry month from mid-September to mid-October. That stinks. But you can rewatch again later, Miles, and drink your rye another time once it hits the 15th. Nice. Full respect for anyone who wants to do a dry month. I have boundaries myself, and
good to reset.
They're very valuable because I don't need another problem in my life.
But let's just hone in on that for a second. Miles Ferguson here, dry month, tuning in to this September.
What a baller!
Thank you.
Baller. Hey, speaking of baller, we got Sean Ciaro in the house.
Nice.
Yeah, welcome. And then so Max, really interested about that. Let me know what you think. I see it at my ABC store, and people are saying it's worth the $60 or $70 that it is. Really want to hear what you think about the 12-year rye. Is it worth the price? Is it more than worth the price? So let me know. Howdy, Sean. We got Sean, Philadelphia native, like myself. Except are you considered a native when you don't live there anymore? I think that's just you're from there.
Yeah, I think it's got to be from. Yeah.
But so but you also live there. Is that the conditions of native? You live there and you're from there? Or is it just you're from there?
I think it's just from there.
Okay, so I would be considered a Philadelphia native.
Oh, okay. Were you born
there?
I?
Yeah, it's 18 years, Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days.
Chilling out, Max, relaxing, all cool now.
Sean Ciaro did that too.
Nice.
What we got? Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna get me some. Oh, competes with M10 Rise.
Dang.
Okay, I'm buying one like today or tomorrow. So, yeah. Here for the banter. Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Max. Thank you for that because now I'm gonna get some. And what's the proof on that, Max? I forget. Ooh, we got Jim Mathwig in the house.
Got that Talisker.
Keep it together, Brian. You got your father-in-law here.
I know, right? Don't say anything.
That's a funny thought. I never really considered that because Jim is just such a strong, cool man that I don't see him as a father-in-law type. But I'm sure as father-in-laws goes, I already know he's a baller. Like, it's just a good father-in-law to have. I got one myself. My father-in-law is like, I couldn't imagine a better father-in-law personally. People
Well,
always
I
hating on
can,
their in-laws.
and it's Jim Mathwig.
Yeah. Hey, I look forward to meeting him in a few weeks. We got
For
Ben
sure.
Klepsig in the house.
Hey.
Ben, what are you entry buzzing on? Okay, 92 proof.
Wow.
Yeah, done. Dunskies. That's a good point. And Nick, or what's it called? Bullet always sources, so it's likely somewhere like probably like MGP or something like that. But who knows? Who knows? My mic is a little high today. Okay, so you guys ready to start kicking it off? I got two glasses here. My Glencairn Copitas, which are classy, man. I didn't realize they'd be this cool. But cheers, guys. Here's the cork pop of one of the official bottles we use to fill up those sample bottles.
Ooh, that
Not
was
much
good.
left in it. Yeah.
There's a little squeaky in there too.
A little squeak, a little thunk. I thunked real hard about this whiskey.
Max says Bullet is MGP.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
95.5.
Nice. And a 12-year? That's pretty crazy. You know what I'm looking forward to? You know how I love Tin Cup 10-year and 14-year? Love them. Love them.
Yeah.
They're apparently soon going to put out a 10-year rye.
Really?
Yeah. And I will be on top of that.
Oh, yeah. Because they did a 10 cup rye release 1 or 2 years ago, right?
But it wasn't anything
standard
special.
line.
It was just kind of a standard rye.
But now that you said 10-year, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah. So,
will it be 80 proof though?
I think it'll be 84, like the other one is. But heck, if they can nail an 84 proof bourbon, I'm willing to try it for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, good choice, Ben Klepsig on the Driftless Glen.
Very good.
Cast strength. Is it a single barrel, I imagine?
So this nose here took me a sec to get some weird, maybe kind of rubbery stuff out of there. I don't know what was going on, but I'm picking up more herbal than I remember on this. I'm picking up kind of like fresh, like a celery dill level stuff. Not super sharp on it, but it is more herbal than anything for me.
Okay. I smelled okay, so I'm going to say this, and there were no farts involved, but there might have been it probably wasn't a gas leak, but every now and then our downstairs smells like farts. I smelled it beautifully earlier, like 10 minutes ago. I was like, why does it smell like a fart in the downstairs? No one was even downstairs. And then I came up sniffing this whiskey, and I'm like, I get certain notes, but I don't know if they're reliable.
So farts,
as some people know,
prominent
I had
nose
COVID
note?
recently. Yeah. No, not on this. Not on this. No, I'm saying I could smell the farts, but for some reason I can't get 100% whiff on this guy.
I mean, I love a good fart nose note on whiskey, but I'm not getting that today on this.
I had something. Oh. So Gray, she'll have poopy diapers sometimes. And yeah, like kids do. And sometimes, I popped some popcorn in the microwave yesterday, and I was like, an aroma that matches sometimes, not when you put your nose in it, but from a distance. A poopy diaper from Gray does sometimes smell like popped popcorn in the microwave.
Wow.
But then when you get closer, it smells a lot worse. So cheers, everyone.
I've never, I don't have any stories like that. I don't know.
It says somebody sneaking into your house farting and leaving.
Yeah,
it's possible. Right? We actually are not sure.
Your house is haunted, right?
Yeah, we're not sure the house is haunted, actually. But
I'm pretty sure
it's not. We got a farty ghost, a little crop duster ghost.
Right.
Okay, so what I am getting a little bit on this is sharpness on the nose, similar to like a candy kind of feel, but I can't dig a little further than that thus far. But I think my palate's a little stronger than my nose right now, so we'll find out. Go ahead.
I nosed and palated both of these Old Foresters. I'm digging the sample share one. I'm digging today's pour over my old K7
that's
one.
Good.
And like the Old Forester Warehouse K, people love that one. It's not heat cycled, something like that, where like people love to see Warehouse K Old Forester stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it comes across hotter and more youthy, the K7 and today's I9 here that we're featuring. Thank you. Oh yeah, floor
Mhm.
9. Can you imagine?
Could you imagine? We
It's
would
on
never
the roof.
recover.
They just left it on the roof. Yeah, yeah. The i3, it's just, it tastes older. It tastes more softened and developed, and I like the little bit of herbal that goes on with it too. So yeah, yeah, definitely taking the I over the K here. It's real good.
Mhm. This doesn't remind me of. This might be my handicap right now, but this doesn't remind me of Old Forester. Maybe a little bit on the finish. On the finish, I'm getting a little bit Old Forester, but up front, it's um, it is a little bit oaky, which you can sometimes expect from Old Forester, but it's not as candy as I thought it might be on the front of the palate. Um, it's more oaky for sure. At least what I'm getting, and this is all with a grain of salt. Um, but it actually doesn't. This is almost 130 proof. It's 129.8. This reads at like a 105 to me.
Oh, really?
Could be wrong on that. Yeah.
I like it's definitely drinking underproof for me. I'm maybe like 110 or so.
Mhm.
Totally agree with Sean Ciaro though. Tingly tongue things all day,
Yeah.
every day with this. This is tongue tingly for sure.
Yeah.
And the K though, the K is even more tongue tingly for sure.
Um.
Dang.
So Miles. Oh wait, we got first sip of the sample. Oh, barbecue ribs,
I
baby.
like it.
I
Barbecue. I
can
like
dig
it.
that, especially with like a oaky kind of taste. Um, Miles says Cole has your sense of smell completely recovered. No. I would say I'm between 70 and 80% probably. And my sense of taste is also in that same realm. But it's so much better than I was worried it would be. I was worried it would take months to get this back to where it is now. So, yeah, that is an interesting note, but it's one of those notes that you like kind of respect.
Yeah.
I can see that even with my nose right now.
Here's the
Thank
biggest
God,
question
Max.
before we get too deep into this. Does this drink more like a bourbon, or is this believably a rye?
That's a great
Tell
question because I
tell
have
us
an
what you think,
answer.
because we did this on the reentry buzz,
We did
and
something
when
different,
we
though, right? Or was it this exact one?
I think it was probably this K7. Actually, it was definitely this K7.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah.
Um, and we were both 100% sure that it
Oh, it
was
was
a
a bourbon.
bourbon.
And I
Yeah.
called it at Old Forester too. And I was like,
Yep.
I think I know exactly what this is. And then it turned
For
out to be
sure.
its brother, the rye.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
yeah, does
then
it read bourbon or rye?
yeah, yeah. And Sean Ciaro is
Ben
disagreeing
says.
with you here. He thinks it's super Old Forestery.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Max might have lost his mind.
And then Sean says, lots of hard candy here for me. Red apple in the front turns to green apple cinnamon. I like those notes, but I'm not getting them as much. But
Green
it's
apple
probably my
cinnamon. I love
handicap.
the green apple cinnamon. That's a great idea. Yeah, yeah.
Mm. I did just add some water for the record if you guys want to do that as well.
Nice. I do need to do that.
Ooh, I like it more with water, at least with my palate right now. It does bring out a little bit of that apple that I just poo-pooed Sean's. No, I didn't poo-poo it. I just said I didn't
That's
agree
why it
completely
smells
with it.
downstairs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Poo-pooed
He just
or Sean's
finally admitted it.
note. So, okay, I'm going to say it. Yeah, I'm similar with Max here. I think this is more bourbony than rye. But Ben says rye, Max says bourbon, or at least he would believe you if he told you it was a bourbon. Or yeah,
All right. I'm getting a wildly different nose with water, and I'm getting like
is it
barbecue
great?
smoke. I'm getting like barbecue smoke, like Max kind of
You
called
are
out.
getting, yeah, and
And
it's actually like you can really pull it out. Yeah,
yeah, it's like
and ribs is a good point. It's not brisket. It's not like pulled pork. This is like, if anything, it's ribs. You're right.
yeah. Oh, dang it. Hang on. There's a piece of rib in here. Dang, that was it.
Yeah. Oh, that was
I
mine.
like definitely getting like a smoky barrel char, like a very prominent barrel char kind of thing now on the nose with water.
Jim says more banana for me, which is a
Mm.
very notable Brown Foreman note.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been getting banana on everything I've tasted lately. Does Jim also have the banana COVID?
Tasting banana on everything sounds pretty good though.
Yeah, it's not a bad COVID to have.
Yeah.
Initial sip. Max says initial sip. I get that tingly herbal rye. Then it
Yeah.
comes smoky sweet pork rib. So I agree with Max here. I could see it go either way. It could be a rye, it could be a bourbon. But if you told me this is a bourbon, I wouldn't have a problem believing you.
Totally.
Um,
But
Same with
like
rye, of course.
if somebody told you this was a rye and you were drinking it, you would see all the rye spice. Like
Yeah.
you would acknowledge it, you know. But if somebody tricked you and told you it was a bourbon, I feel like it's masked by
Yeah.
as powerful as it is in the like smoky barrel char richness.
Yeah.
It's like a little buttery. It's like it's not necessarily like a heavy palate, but it's
Mhm.
got like thickness to it that
I
is
remember
very bourbon.
when Old Forester announced they were starting to do this, to do barrel strength rise, and I was so excited. This was a few years back, and this is the first. Well, besides the one we did in the reentry buzz, I think this is the first one I've had outside of that one. What do you guys think of the water pour versus the neat pour? I'm curious because I like the water pour a little more
Yeah, I think I
personally.
do too. And by the way, I went back and I'm sipping the Jack Daniels now. What the Jack Daniels has in over this is it has
Hmm.
way more red berry fruits.
Okay.
It's not like very red berry fruit like forward, but it
Come
just has
on.
that counts as a fire in the hole, I think.
It
Remember
should. Oh,
that?
it's been a
Anyway,
while.
good
I don't even
red
remember
berry
where that
and like
started, whether that was an Adam or a Robbie, but I think it was a Robbie. Go ahead.
oh, yeah, I think it was Robbie too. I don't
Yeah.
know. Robbie will have to let us know. But red berry fruits and maple, like good like maple syrupy with the Jack Daniels at least.
Yeah. Come on, Max. You got to try it. You got to try it. But you only have about 2 ounces of
Oh,
it. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, you
I
can
don't want
obviously
to.
do
I don't want
whatever
to
you want.
force you to not try it. But we'll see. Here's the thing, Max. If ice kills it, you got to try it with the least water. But we'll find out. Sometimes ice doesn't kill it in a good way, for the record.
I put water in the Jack, and it's kind of the same. That's not what this is about, though. I need to get away from that. I'm going to do ice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh,
Sigh.
super sweet nose with ice.
So, Sean, you like the neat better than the water. It sounds like. Um, this is one of those things where it's like I enjoy it with ice, but I'm not sure if that's just my palate right now.
It's very candy nose with ice.
Mm-hmm. I dig it. It doesn't get like bitter for me.
No, it's very
No.
candy palette with ice as
Mm-hmm.
well. I think ice is really nice. I don't think it's the best. I don't think ice makes it a better whiskey, but it is not disappointing in the least with ice.
Mm. Hey, Sean, who am I? Hello. How are you? I love that. Yeah, okay, so I sent Sean something recently on Instagram where apparently Richard Patterson was in Bardstown and he was like
Oh yeah.
talking to Bardstown Bourbon Company people
Oh
or something like that.
yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, dude, could you imagine meeting Richard Patterson in America? It'd be so crazy.
Right. Throw your
Yeah,
whiskey on
yeah.
the floor, Cole. Come on.
I should. Here, I got a little bit here. Yeah, we can get on the wall. But okay, so funny story. When we were at Ace with Bowman and we were talking to David Bach and we were literally like drinking from barrels and stuff like that, David would just be like, all right, done with this one, throw it on the ground. And I'm like,
Yeah.
is that like industry standard or something like that? And he's like, yeah, it's at least here, like we're very okay with it. Just, we're not gonna drink it all. So like he
Who
just like
cleans your
straight up threw it on
floors,
the
David?
concrete. And so like they say, like at barrel warehouses, you get this smell. Everyone knows that smell if they've been to a barrel warehouse. But I'm like, is part of that just from the ground? But anyway,
Right.
Max said, I think it's got worse with water. I feel it became very astringent, lost that sweetness in the back end. It became a rye.
Oh,
Sean,
we led Max astray.
Did you? Yeah, that's the question, Sean. Is I just poured it on the ground, but not filling it back up. So I'm probably not doing it right here. Um, Sean says ice is nice, but neat wins it. I think I like it the nice.
I think I'm neat, water, ice.
Mm.
Ice, if it had done
Ice is
anything,
good.
if ice had done anything to make it like better, a better whiskey, I would have liked it. But like water, actually, man, maybe I should do water again. Regardless, I'm neat top for sure. I think
Mm.
there was just more to it with neat. The
Mm.
complexity was there with neat. I think I'm neat for sure.
So I realize this as I have been drinking lately with my COVID recovery. Um, that sometimes higher proof is not as beneficial to me. But having tasted these 3 pours, personally, I think that it is ice water neat for me. But I think that's
Ooh.
probably because the higher proof can sometimes mess with my palate a little bit right now.
Yeah.
But I do think this is actually a very decent ice pour for sure.
Yeah. Decent is the perfect word for it. I also think
Mm.
that it is decent.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Sean agrees with Max on the water here. And Max was having fun tasting with Bruzel. Threw 9 barrels and they threw a lot of whiskey on the floor that day.
That's so cool. I love that. Like,
Better
hey,
than being hungover the next day.
when we do our meetup, there's a chance we're going to do it at Brian's place, but we're hoping this one venue works out really well. But probably shouldn't throw it on Brian's house.
Please don't.
Floor. Yeah.
Thank you. Please don't.
And we probably shouldn't throw it on the floor of the cool venue we're actually planning on too.
That's true.
But maybe we could drop a few for the homies. You know what I'm saying? So,
for those that didn't make it,
yeah, that's exactly right. People like Miles,
yeah,
Sean, Ben, and not Max, because Max is gonna be there.
Okay, now before we get into the ratings and everything, I want to put a thought in people's heads here. We threw something out on Instagram just earlier today. Questions for Nick Taylor, Found North. We are interviewing him tomorrow. The
For
episode comes
Monday's
out
episode,
a week from tomorrow. Yeah. But we are interviewing him tomorrow, and we want to know if you have any questions for Nick Taylor, Found North. Write them in now. I will write them down. I will ask him tomorrow. But let us know.
Or write them in on Instagram if you can. But you can put them in a comment here if you want. But
either way. If you got anything for us, let us know.
Yeah, we're always down for that. So okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna put it out there. So Chris Riesbeck, the marketing guy, he sent out an email saying like, hey, we want to do short format stuff. But tomorrow when we interview Nick, I'm gonna be like, Nick, will we be invited back if we do our regular episode? Because you're like our favorite guest. So we'll figure it out. Nick Taylor episode. Dude's like, that's the thing, Sean, is like, isn't it such fun conversation when we're like talking it up with Nick? Dude, Marco and AZ got one.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, seriously. Good. Yeah. The Jim asked about the batch 10 in the lottery.
So Cole, as far as people getting on the lottery, a buddy of mine from work, he grabbed one and he entered for me. So fortunately, I'm able to get one through him. Now,
wait, Ben got one? Nice.
Yeah, Ben got one. Ben got one.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, Brian.
Now I know Katie and Curtis would have loved to be here, but they're actually on vacation right now. A fun little vacation.
Good for them.
But Katie and Curtis also won one, and they don't want it. So that's yours, Cole, if you want.
Oh, I'd love it. Yeah. Please. It's done.
Yep.
Say no more. What is it? What's the price? 150? I forget.
150 after ship and everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, that's they wanted you to have that if you want it.
Dude, ballers. That's a $5 count, everyone, in case you didn't catch that.
Dang, quintuple ding, man.
Quintding. Oh yeah, Max got one too. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Fantastic. No, I didn't know.
Come on. Everyone wins.
Yeah. Better than the Helldiver lottery, because the Helldiver lottery, Everyone I know lost. I don't think I will know a single person. Maybe Max did. I don't remember, but I don't know a
So
single
though the
person.
Helldiver, they did that. What? How did I get a bottle? I forget. I think they just put it up really quick or something, and I just
Oh
bought.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
it was whatever, one of those retailers, online
Seal
retailers.
box of
Yeah,
seals.
box of
Yeah,
seals. Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. So okay, start thinking about your hopes, guys. I hope
And
Miles
ratings,
Ferguson's
ratings.
still on here. I haven't heard from him in a while. I'm
I
a little
hope
worried.
everyone knows what they would rate this.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's do that, dude. Max getting 2 Helldivers. Okay, so
Yeah.
funny story. They sent me 2 samples.
And what he's about to tell you, I also have 2 samples of. Oh,
Of
look at
that's
this! What's
10.
this right here? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they sent one, and it wasn't going to get here in time for the interview. So
So
then they
they
like next
overnighted
day
one.
aired one. Yeah,
Yeah. So I still have my second sample. I also, if you look up here, that is a Helldiver bottle. But I also still have this 4 ounce sample or 100 ml sample. Um, so I will be drinking that too. Oh, and
love it.
also for those who are going to be in the Pahonix area, I just want to rep hard. And I know Max is, I don't know if Max wants to give any info on this, but we're doing a bottle share and Max will be there. And I'm curious, Max, do you want to tell what you're bringing or do you want to keep it a secret? You want to keep it a secret,
Also,
Max?
if you're flying in from out of state, you are
Yeah,
not
you're not
obligated to
expected. Yeah, you're
bring
not
anything with
expected
you.
to. But if you do, I want to hear about it. So
Yeah, yeah. Think about what you want
box
to
of
bring.
seals says Miles. I love it. So that's gonna be one of our future single barrels that we're gonna pick is just gonna be, we're gonna sell it only through Seal Box, and we're just gonna call it Box of Seals.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
okay, on the chilies this year, we're gonna
That's
need
a good one.
like we're gonna need a write-ins for like single barrel meme names. We got
Yeah,
Songle
yeah. We're
Barrel.
definitely gonna do Songle Barrel, and I really want to do
Definitely.
that this time, but I haven't conferred with Brian yet.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe
Right,
just
right.
Songle Barrel should be like the thing. It's like Songle Barrel colon box of seals or something like that. Yeah.
I just love the idea of everybody seeing a sticker on a bottle that says Songle Barrel and being like, I can't believe they typoed this sticker.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. That would be so good. Max says, I'll bring a few good things. No Buffalo Trace though, or crap though, for those taters out there. Okay, so I'm also not bringing. It's coming out on tomorrow's episode, so I'm not gonna be afraid to say it. But I'm bringing a 1980 vintage of
Jim Beam.
Jim Beam decanter that has never been opened. So we're gonna crack a 1980 decanter of Jim Beam, a 750 too. At
Yeah.
the bottle share. So be ready,
A
everyone.
750, but who knows how much is still in there.
Exactly. Exactly. It does slosh, so there's got to be at least 500 in there.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. So Sean did give his score, and I'm thinking of a
Oh
score
yeah.
here too. As far as my palate allows, I do believe this is a high 8. I'm gonna give it an 8.9 here. Not a hubbard of what,
Ooh,
still
dang.
very good. And then in the letter score, I'm gonna give it a B plus easily.
Cool.
What about you, Brian?
Yeah, I'm thinking this is as a rye, this is good, but
Mm-hmm.
it does not like transcend. It doesn't really like stand out for me. I do think
Okay.
that it is good and I do like it. And so looking at my grade here, good is a B minus from me. I
Okay.
do think that it has more pros than cons. It
Yep.
hardly has any cons at all. I'm not sure I said anything negative at all today. But it just does not have goodness that transcends the good level. I think that the positive, memorable features from this is just like the fact that it's unique in a way where it's so heavy, it almost drinks
Mm-hmm.
like a bourbon. But it does stand out on my shelf as being memorable and
Mm.
being special, and it is good.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stick with B minus. If I had to number this, I would say like mid eights, maybe. It's just kind of like in with everything else in the like 8.5 ish.
I like that. So for the record, Sean gave it a 7.5. Ben gave it an 8.9. Jim 8.5. Max says 7.8. And says the sample you sent him was not as good.
Yeah.
Was
That's
that the
exactly what I'm
K?
doing right now.
Okay,
Yeah, it
cool.
had to be the K. I have the next
Mhm.
one. I think it's a G. So like K came out 2 years ago, I guess 3 years ago. G came out 2 years ago, and then I came out
Oh,
last year, or
okay,
I don't know.
cool.
Anyway, I think it's kind of year by year on this, and so I've got a G unopened, but the K is from a while ago. It's the only one I have open, so that's the one Max has.
That's cool. So yeah, okay. So one thing I did want to mention is that you all have been sent. If you're on this and you're drinking with us, and for the record, those who are watching, if you're Canadian and you're a Patreon subscriber, still on the way, soon to be delivered. But everyone else should have received their drink along samples. And so real quick, so next or at the end of the month, we're going to be doing JT Melik. The legacy, which is almost a 7 year. It's like 611, I think, 6 years, 11 months. But it was their small barrel, almost 7 year. I haven't sipped it yet. I'm really excited to sip it. I actually have even an extra bottle of it now. Very excited because I do love JT Melik, but you guys are all in it with me because it's a very limited release, and we take care of our Patreon people. We take care of them. But hopefully it's good. We'll see if it's good. And then in November, we're going to be drinking that Stag 23C for
Yeah.
Turkey Day or something around there. And then we still have, so for the next 3 months, for December, January, February, we already have 2 of those bottles secured. 2 of those options secured, and 2 are doozies. Doozies, everyone. We got Major Zero. What up, man?
What's up? What's up?
Okay, so I wanted to respond to Sean Ciaro's question. Do you rate as a rye different than as a whiskey? That's a really good question.
I think I do.
I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like
As a
it
rye.
it is billing itself as a rye, so in my mind I'm comparing it to other ryes. If I went to that higher level, and instead of down at a rye, if I was comparing it to other whiskeys, I would be inclined to rate one type of whiskey higher than all other whiskeys in general. So I feel like I can't compare it to just all other whiskey, because I would probably only ever have, Japanese or Irish or Scotch. I would
Mhm.
probably not ever rate those in
Yeah,
near my American whiskey category. So I
that's a
got to
good
rate
point.
it compared to its peers for sure.
I agree with that. Major Zero. Do we know your name? If not,
Yeah.
okay,
Right.
who's that?
No. I want to
Okay, cool.
know.
Yeah.
Like, are you
Yeah,
a
yeah. Do
Patreon
we do we
subscriber?
have
Like,
we have we yeah, do you go by a different name on Instagram or something like that? We'd love to hear from you. Miles says he's giving out his hope, and I'll hold that off for a moment while Max says, "Wait, Cole, did I promise to bring you what did I promise to bring? I don't remember. Did you promise to bring something to the pick? Um
no. We'll
maybe,
work it.
I don't
We'll work
remember
it
you
out.
sending me. Yeah, yeah.
We'll work it out.
Adam, is this
This is
okay?
Adam Major Zero. Well, let's
We
get
know a
some
few
dings.
Adams. We know
I
a
know,
few
right?
Adams. So,
Let's get some Adam
okay,
dings in
first
here.
time here. I appreciate that. Thanks for joining us,
Cool.
Major Zero.
Thank you.
Okay, so we like to finish it off with the hopes. We got one from Miles. We'd love to get one from as many people as possible. And thank you for the welcome to Major Zero, Sean. We are a nice community here. And so I want to hear your hopes. I have a hope myself. And we'll close it out there. Thanks for joining us, for the record, everyone. We love you just chiming in. This is always a fun time for us. We'll do one at the end of the month, but that one will be live with some of our supporters. So we're excited for that. Jim says, I hope the temperature dips a bit for the Mesa gathering. I
Me
agree.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Jim, are you coming up to Mesa for the pick? Yeah, he is. What a baller. I already know he
Yeah.
is.
He
Jim's
is.
a
He
baller.
is. And
Freaking
Del Bach down in Tucson. Jim lives in
baller.
Tucson. Jim's coming to
Mhm.
Del Bach too. I think.
Oh,
I'm
it's
pretty
gonna be
sure.
so good, dude. They pour barrel samples
I
for us
know.
already,
We are gonna
and
drink
we
Del
very well
Bach,
might have Mark there with us. Yeah,
uncut, unfiltered Del
uncut,
Bach.
straight from the
So
barrel.
excited.
And I'm hoping it's Dorado, but we don't know yet.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, I'm hoping. Max says I'm hoping, or hope Phoenix is fun. I've never been. Trust me, Max, you're gonna love it. If you live in Chicago area, you're gonna love Phoenix,
Mhm.
especially in late October. It's amazing. And then Sean says, I hope my wife doesn't get upset that she finds out my new pour it on the floor whiskey drinking routine. Hey,
Perfect.
what's her name? I don't tell me her name. We're not gonna
Yeah.
dox her.
Right. Yeah,
But
it's
all I
okay.
can say is that when Sean puts things on Instagram where he like travels and goes to fancy dinners, super photogenic couple. I'll say that.
Wait,
Yeah,
is
go ahead.
Sean the one who sent in a story recently about a fancy dinner?
Yes, he is the one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
like got all
And
like
the chef came out. Oh
yeah,
man,
yeah, he got all
I
like
love
starstruck.
that
And
was
yeah,
so
yeah.
fun. Yeah, I
No, no,
loved reading
that's
that story
yeah, I
so
loved
much.
Sean. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
amazing.
That's
He's
so
like, keep
cool.
it together, man.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. And then let's go back up to Miles, who said, where was his hope? Miles Hope. Miles Hope. Where did it go? It's far up here now. Oh, he
Okay,
says,
well,
I hope to be able to clone myself, leave the copy here and sneak up to the meet. That's a good way to put it, Miles,
yeah,
because you want your real self to go to the meetup as opposed to your copy to go to the meetup.
for sure,
So,
for sure.
yeah. And what did Bobby Hill say about Phoenix? That's great. All right, but we're gonna close it out. Brian, what are your hopes before we finish it off?
Yeah, I hope if you're tuning in tomorrow, you're going to hear a story about my lovely daughter Emma and how
Mhm.
wonderful or not wonderful of a day we had with her the other day. We are having a wonderful day with her today, and I hope the
Nice.
wonderful days continue.
I got two hopes. My first hope is that we will see amazing people, as I know we will, at the meetup next month. But secondly, for those who will listen to tomorrow's episode, there is a lot of potentially things that taste like MGP in the whiskey world, and I hope that you all enjoy MGP-ness. And for that, and most of all, listeners, you're gonna laugh at Brian tomorrow for that. But most of all, listeners, viewers, and all those people we sweet love, I hope that our love of whiskey lifted your spirits. Oh, wait, gotta turn
Oh,
off end
wait,
stream,
in the
end
stream,
stream,
end it,
end
hurry.
stream. Come on.